Hello guys and welcome to the new video. In this video I want to talk about dtype, which determines data type of elements inside the array, like I show you in video before. Like here, which print int64 would mean this array, these elements, has data type integer 64. So with this method you can access the data type of elements in some array, and also you can specify the data type when you're creating the new array by using the dtype attribute. It can be several different values, such an integer, float, or uint, and others. I will show you this. So, for example, in this array, we can specify data type with dtype. With dtype equals float, and after float I will start with int, and after int I will write 8. And what this 8 means? This 8 means that the integer contains 8 bits or 1 byte. Integer 8 means that it can hold numbers in range from minus 128 to plus 127, so 255 values. So if I print this is equal minus 107, and this is equal 1. And if you invert this, we have this, which is equal 127. So if you want to get the value of a number just negative, all you need to do is just invert the binary number. So if we have this as 1, the minus 1 will be equal this. I don't know if I explain it normally, if you understand it. So I will try it once again. So if we have integer 8, it means that this integer contains 8 bits. 8 bits is equal 1 byte. So 8 bits is 8 numbers, and these numbers can have, each number can have value 0 or 1, and the maximum values that integer 8 can hold is from range from minus 108 to 127. This gives you 255 values. So it means if you want to store some bigger number, for example 300, you cannot use the integer 8 value. You must use the bigger one, which is 16. And you may ask why we don't use only integer 64. You can use it, but if you want to store only numbers which doesn't have a bigger value than this or lesser than this, it's useless to use this because integer 64 contains 64 bits or 8 bytes. This is a big value and you doesn't use it, but of course you can use it. If you will write integer 16 can store values, I think something between 32,768, I think, to 32,767. I think this is the range of numbers you can store in integer 16. I will delete this. After that, you can have integer 34 and integer 64, and the principle is the same, but a bigger range of values. If you want to use only non-negative numbers, you can use uint, and the principle here is the same as in the example before. So we can have 8 or 16 or 32 or 60 or 64. Only one difference is that uint doesn't have negative numbers. So if you have uint 8, that means you can store values from 0 to 255, and it doesn't store non-negative numbers. And others are the same. Also there is a bigger range for uint 16, uint 32, uint 64. You can use all of this. And another often used type is float. And the principle here is that the floating point number tell us about the precision. The higher numbers allowing us more decimal places and greater precision. So such as float 8, you have the low precision. You can store 16 like before. You can store float 8, float 16, float 32 and float 64. The difference is that float 64 will have more precision than float 8 because it allows you to store more decimal places. In the description I will give you a link to the documentation where the types are described with more details. I hope that was at least a little understandable. I would just like to summarize it at the end. So, integer allows you to store numbers in some range from negative to positive, and the more bits you use, the bigger range you have. Uint allows you to store non-negative numbers. Again, the more bits you will use, the larger values you can store. And the last float gives you the degree of accuracy. The more bits you will use, the more decimal places you will have available, and thus higher accuracy. I hope you understand at least a little. I will give you a link to the documentation of dtype in the description. And that will be all for this video. Have a good time, subscribe me, and see you in the next video. Bye!